It's getting chilly, mate. So excited. Freaking out! Stop having burgers. Good night. Ladies and gents, if I don't look like I'm ready for the Wilderness Explorer, then I don't know who does. I have the beanie, I have the He Will Live First on, but I also have these shoes on. Probably not the best hiking shoes, but we're gonna try it. Are you serious?
This is it?
We've been hiking for maybe...
Self-service appeal. How am I supposed to play my games? Oh. Are you kidding me? I'm trying to think of, I don't know, something else he said.
So we are probably like 2 miles up, not that far. It's really steep. My hip's hurting a little bit. Casey, how's your body?
I'm built like an ox, so I've got no issues.
He's been more winded than me, so maybe I'm built like a horse. So a horse stronger than an ox.
Let's go ahead and show them.
Would you just
It looks like it's like hanging over us.
Like you can't even tell how big anything is from the camera angle. But
I hope I make it.
We will make it. We will. We will make it up Half Dome.
Might see a bear too.
My lips are very chapped.
We're going all the way up to Half Dome.
Yeah. Yeah.
8 miles there.
Yeah.
And
alright guys, we're a little bit over halfway probably. We just walked down to a little creek. We're having a great time. Casey sprained his ankles a couple of times, so that's not good, but they're just little ones, so hopefully we'll still make it to the top. We passed some people coming down, and they were like, no, you're not even close, like at all, and we were like, great, good news. This trail, I don't want to do that whole thing again. What's your name?
Lisa.
I'm Kat, nice to meet you. Wait, this is quality vlog content. Shout out Lisa for warning us about the bear. Bye girl, just yell if you need help. Oh my gosh. Casey's terrified. I'm like, this is awesome.
Like coming this way.
We're just walking and we were like jokingly like, oh, bear. Like, what if we just heard someone yell bear? And then this girl goes, bear right beside you. Oh my gosh. But Casey's very scared. The girl wasn't by herself. Like if I was by myself and saw a bear, I would not be okay. I'm very glad we came along.
I literally just heard a voice from the woods scream, bear, look to your left. And I was like,
You can't make this stuff up, you guys. Only in Yosemite. Just kidding, probably lots of others. There's another!
don't do that.
Just kidding. So, Casey's banging rocks together. I think that calls bears.
No, it doesn't. People wear bells when they go in the woods because you're trying to make as much noise so you'll sneak up on a bear.
In the Parent Trap, the girl bangs sticks together and tells the evil stepmother lady that it keeps the bears away. In reality, it like calls them. Wait, guys, backpackers camp that way. We could literally go that way and camp tonight if we didn't bring blankets. Alright guys, only 2 more miles. Casey keeps running up this hill and I'm struggling to walk. I thought I was better shape than him, but turns out not. How's it going?
Good, how are you guys?
Good. You guys, We both just tried to sprint up that. I made it like 100, 200 meters. It's just going. Oh my gosh, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. So, this is absolutely psychotic. Look how high we are. Like the fact that our legs brought us up this high. Actually psychotic. We're very talented individuals. The fact that our bodies can do this, especially, I've literally 2 torn hip labrals and a torn arch muscle from college. It is psychotic. Okay guys, we made it to the top where you're supposed to like summit with the chains. It's really scary looking. I really want to do it, but I'm scared we're not gonna have time because Casey is like running back down the mountain to do his call right now. I think that's why I just want to include this in the clip, because it has been like super frustrating. Like, not really any other part of the trip because we've had service or been able to stop at coffee shops, but it's like we're in freaking Yosemite. Like, I want to be able to enjoy it and hike and not like stress about running down the mountain for a call. But it's like when you do work for yourself and like you have a team depending on you to be on a call or whatever, like Casey's so dependable like that it stresses him out a ton. So I know our lives, like, we are so grateful, and I'm literally not complaining at all. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't always look exactly like you think on social media. We're still literally working, like, non-stop. I've taken, like, He Will Live first photos on the way up here. I have a He Will Live first hoodie in my bag we lugged all the way up here to get pictures of. And yes, it's, like, the best job literally ever. But still, there's, like, a side you don't see, and, like, a side that's really hard sometimes because you can't, like, even when you're on vacation, there has to be a line, like, you know, obviously if you're on your honeymoon, you're telling the team, I'm not talking to any of you kind of thing. But since this trip is so long, that line does not exist really. So it's like you're kind of having the stresses of like vacation, which isn't stressful, but you know, it can be if you're doing a 10-mile hike there in the back. We have to get back before dark, and now we can't do the last part of the hike because it's like gonna get dark maybe because he has to do this call. So there's just like stressful things that you don't really like know about unless you're in it. So I just wanted to encourage anyone who feels like, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to do anything like this. Like, first of all, yes, you can and you should someday. And second of all, there are parts of it that you don't see, and that's why I'm trying to include them, so that you know it's not always sunshine and roses, but it's still literally so fun. So I'm just sitting here. I've honestly kind of been just having some time with the Lord, trying to get quiet and not get like stressed about poor Casey like running down the mountain, because it's kind of like annoying that he has to do that, and I also feel bad because I'm the one who really wanted to go on this hike. So yeah, I'm just chilling here, spending some time with the Lord, waiting for him so I can summit Half Dome. Oh my goodness, I'm shaking, you guys. I'm absolutely horrified. Literally, these are the stairs we're coming up. Like, my phone, the camera is literally like shaking. Oh my gosh. This is insane. We literally have to go up cables. This is terrifying. That's where we're headed. Casey is tired, boy. He had to run back down the mountain for his call and then couldn't get service still, so it's a rough day. All right, we're gonna get all the way up there, you guys. It's gonna happen.
My legs are absolutely tingling right now.
Are you sure you're good to go up all the way? You sure? I want you to be safe, Case. Sure? Okay, we've been praying that we're safe. It's gonna be good. Oh my gosh, this is insanity.
Oh my gosh.
You guys, this is literally the most horrifying thing I have ever done. Oh my gosh. I'll insert pictures of like what the cables and like the views look like, but like I don't even want to have my camera out here. This is so terrifying, but also like you can't see half of what you would normally see because of the smoke in the air. This is absolutely unreal. This is Half Dome in Yosemite. You have to literally crawl up like chains, like you're doing pull-ups, the entire last like mile, half mile. It's literally so freaking scary. Now we have to go because it's getting very dark. Okay. We have made it down Half Dome, but we still have the 9 miles back, and it's like 5 p.m. So about an hour and a half to do what took us like 6 hours. So we're like trekking it back because he's in very low spirits. Because if we don't get back, then my phone has like 15% and we have a really old flashlight. So that's our only hope if daylight goes away. So we're really trekking it.
Three hours later.
You guys, we've been going for so long. I cried and sang worship songs the whole way. Casey knows.
We had 3 miles when it got dark.
I twisted my right ankle at like 4 miles to go, and it was literally getting so dark, and I just started crying. My phone has like 2% right now, but gosh, no one's gonna literally listen to this because it's not our faces, but I don't even care. I just have to record it. We literally, oh my gosh, it's been so terrifying. I've never been so scared in my whole life. Okay, we did the freaking rope thing I'm putting videos in, so gosh, I've never been so scared in my life. We're half a mile out. Alright, folks. You know what time it is. Oh, drum roll please for what we're talking about today, Casey. The Yosemite trip and hiking Half Dome. So, as you've seen in the video so far, Half Dome did not go as we planned, which
doesn't say a lot because we didn't plan.
We didn't plan at all. We didn't bring light in case it was dark. We didn't bring enough food or water. We left at like 10 a.m. He was running around the mountain trying to be on a phone call. So, the beginning. Okay. So, I was like, I'd heard of Half Dome. I saw where it was on the map. It was close to our campsite. Literally, the trailhead was right beside our campsite because we were staying in, I think, the Upper Pines campsite. And a cool hike that I know is like sick because people always post about it and stuff. And I've heard of it. We should do it. So we wake up the next day. We're still not totally sure what we're doing. We take forever to make breakfast. Our neighbor camper guy.
Goodness gracious.
It's because I can't
You gotta learn how to not do that though.
I just edited it out of the vlog.
I know, but you're gonna start doing that in front of people.
I do it in front of people.
Close your mouth and just...
Talked to our neighbor. He knows a ton about Yosemite. He's from Colorado. He's been to Yosemite a ton of times. So he's like, yeah, I do have to, but like you need to get going because it's like a 20-mile hike. So, well, it's actually like supposed to be like 7 or 8 up and 7 or 8 down, not including the cables. So we start the trailhead. We're like 2 miles in. Casey's kind of complaining a little because he doesn't walk a lot, but I'm like, we're gonna do it. I'm determined, you know, like we're gonna get to the top. The further we get, what do people keep telling us when we were like, are we almost there?
You're
like,
not even close.
Everyone,
like, saw the sign that said 9.5 miles up. I was like, yeah, we're probably not gonna do that. And Kat was like, I don't know, I think we're gonna see how we feel. And I was like,
I also had, sorry, go ahead.
We're gonna stop like 4 miles in and like come back. Like there's no way we're going up 10 miles.
I also had zero idea that you had to hike the cables at the top and that you had to have a permit to hike the cables at the top, which we didn't have permits. Bear and like terrified someone, and we didn't obviously do it, but like that's what you do obviously. And then literally 5 minutes later we heard someone yell, "Bear right beside you!" And she was just like yelling, "Bear right beside you!" And we were looking all around. I'm like, where? Casey's like, oh, right there, and he like saw it. Anyway, every step you got more and more demoralized, and we just kept going. And every time we passed someone, we're like, are we close? And they'd be like, no, not even close at all. She wanted to do these cables that are just straight up. I put pictures
scariest thing ever.
And the pictures like don't even do it justice how steep it is. Like when we were like almost to where the cables are on our way up the Half Dome hike, like before you get to Half Dome, like I saw people on the cables and they literally look like ants from that far away, and I was like, oh, we're not doing that. Like there's no way I could do that. Oh my gosh, no, we're not doing that. Like we have to. We've done 10 miles of hiking at this point. You can't hike 10 miles up and not summit the top. Like,
and like I'm pretty fit and I have a pretty good attitude most of the time.
He's very fit.
I was in the worst attitude. I had the worst attitude I've ever had in my life. So then we get to the top and it's 10 miles down. So I'm just like completely demoralized because we have a whole nother 10 miles down. It's like 4:30 or 5. It's like the sun's like slowly, obviously starting.
It gets dark in Yosemite at like 7, so we have like 2 hours at this point.
Yeah. And I'm looking out for bears because we've already seen 2 bears.
Yeah, we saw another one right before we climbed the cable.
Come around this big tree, and like 15 feet from us is like this massive bear.
It was big.
And
it was the biggest one
we
saw.
both like turned and like the bear looked at us and we looked at the bear, and then the bear just turned and ran away. But it was so scary. So for the rest of the way down, we were running down like hitting rocks together, and she's like screaming because she can't whistle.
This is what I think is like the funniest part of the story, because if you were like a fly on the wall or if someone had a camera following us, I didn't film any of this because we were just like trying to get down as fast as we could. But it would have been so funny because like the people behind us or whatever like had a bear whistle, because I think that's what you normally do to like scare them away, because these bears will charge you if you sneak up on them. So then the rest of the way down the mountain, we're running because we're trying to beat the dark. We're banging rocks together. Casey's whistling because he can whistle, and I'm going, woo, 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 like screaming like that.
And Kat rolls her ankle all the way over, and she's like crying, like I can't make it down the mountain. And so we finally get her up on her feet, and she's like limping, leaning against me, and I'm like, she's like hobbling down the mountain in these trails, like with rocks everywhere. So you're
at this point was like when I hit like the panic button, and I like knew like we're not making it down. So I was just like crying. No, I was like praying.
So I'm like, we might have to post up in the woods after we've just seen 3 bears. So it's starting to get dark. I start digging through Kat's bag that she happened to bring, and I just happened to find this little flashlight. This light of mine, it's like flickering on and off. So we keep going, and it will like turn off, and I'll like smack it, it'll turn back on. Sing a song, Kat's like, Gyra. And so she's singing a worship song.
Fabric City.
Like worship songs down the mountain. And I'm just like shining one step at a time. And we had to go 3 miles in the pitch dark with this tiny little flashlight. I've never been so, like, my body was absolutely broken.
Like in the promised land, we were like, we made it! Like we filled up our water bottles, we like chugged water.
Oh, we would have been posted up, curled up under a tree. Probably a bobcat would have gotten us, but.
No, but we made it, and then we got back to the van, and literally, Casey, like his feet are black. Like, you know, like when you just wear bare feet like somewhere and you get like disgusting feet, like his feet are disgusting.
I was like having like body shivers, like vibrating.
Yeah, we probably had like fevers that night. We sound so dramatic, but it was traumatizing. We woke up the next morning, we had like so many liquid IVs and like supplements and stuff. We're like, we gotta like get better because we feel so broken.
I mean, I guess it goes without saying, anyone else would have planned better than we did. I didn't even
Leave
think we
at
were
6
gonna do
a.m.
Half Dome, and then all of a sudden I'm in the hike of my life.
I was determined. I'm a determined girl.
So, it was fun. It's a good story.
Casey
Glad it's over.
kept saying, like, I will never hike again in my life. Like, I'll never go on a hike again in my life. And I
No,
was
it was
like,
really fun. It was good.
Well, I guess that's it. That's the story. 3 bears, a couple ankle twistings, hiking 5 miles in the dark, hiking Half Dome. Yosemite was beautiful, and I would do it again. So thank you for watching our Yosemite vlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right here.
Alright fam, good morning. We're feeling extra crusty today.
I woke up feeling crusty today.
My lips are still so bad, I can't see. My ankle's hurting so bad. My hips hurting so bad. But we found a cute coffee shop, so everything's okay. I look like a potato head. A potato flew around my room. Excuse the mess I made. It usually doesn't rain.
That's not how the song goes, Kevin.